What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Fox Farm Brewery, and they are out of Salem, Connecticut, and this is their Tines, and this is the 2022 release. So they're calling this one a Festive Märzen Lager, which is a Märzen-style Oktoberfest. It comes in at 6% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 2 months old. I want to give a huge thanks. Shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Steven, for grabbing this beer from the brewery for me. So huge thanks to him for this beer. Now, typically, when I hit November, I'm usually not reviewing Oktoberfest beers, but I have a couple other Oktoberfest beers that I'll be reviewing in addition to this one throughout the course of probably November. Might seep in a little bit into early December. We'll see, but I'm fine with it. I typically try to review Oktoberfest beers during the official Oktoberfest celebration in Munich, Germany. That's 16 to 17 days long, from mid to late October into mid to late September into early October. And same thing with pumpkin beers. I try to do all my pumpkin reviews at the end of October for the 10 days of pumpkin. Sometimes you get extras. I don't know what that noise is outside, but it's upsetting me. Anyway, we're going to crack this one open, get it into a glass. It's like late in the morning. I don't know what that is. Could be a plane, actually. Could be. Yeah, it's pretty late here at nighttime. So anyway, let's give this a pour. My favorite Oktoberfest beer, period, this year was Munsterfest from Three Floyds. That was the winner for me, especially from American Brewed Brewery. Cheating a little bit. So we'll see if Fox Farm can compete with them. I really like Fox Farm's beers, and they're known for lager. So that one has a little bit more haze than you anticipate from an Oktoberfest. Like, I don't know if that's chill haze, although this has been out of the fridge for like 15, 20 minutes. It says keep cold, drink fresh, which I have. But yeah, it has that. Honestly, if I'm being serious with you, this kind of looks like a fest beer more than a Märzen. It's not as dark as a lot of the Märzens, but it has, again, a little bit of haze to it, not crystal clear. Can see a little bit through it, decent carbonation, about a half finger now, dissipating to a thin film of bright white soap sudsy looking head. All right, let's get a nose. Oh, it smells good. Big bready component. Bread, touch of honey, maybe a biscuity, grainy type of thing. And then I get this nice floral, earthy kind of hop tone. Doesn't have that sometimes spiciness you get from Oktoberfest. A lot of times it can lean floral or earthy or spicy for me. This is more floral earthy. Maybe a touch of like a caramel toffee, but more of like the bready honey malt character. A bit of a sulfur note. Smells really good. Smells kind of like a biscuit or bread, like just kind of drizzled in honey. And that smells awesome. Let's get into it. Prost. Thanks again, Stephen. This is drinking to me like a hybrid of a Märzen and a fest beer. Maybe that's why they call it a Festive Märzen Lager. Maybe that's the whole thing. The whole point of it is it's like, you know, more to the Märzen style with like characters, but like super drinkable like a fest beer. This is really good. Holy shit. So, body on this one's lower side of medium, maybe approaching medium at 6%. Mouthfeel, crisp, clean. It's a crispy boy, but man, is it smooth and maybe a little bit softer than is typical for the style, but super easy to drink. The taste, the nose pretty much follows suit. I'm going to say a couple different things that differ from the nose, though. That honey bread biscuit kind of malt character definitely at the front of the palate. As it passes through, though, there's more of like an earthy floralness that hits me. And this finishes semi-dry. What I like about this, and maybe it's not, you know, good for the style. Maybe it's not appropriate for the style. But it has this nice, like, mild to moderate bitterness, more approaching moderate. There's a slight lingering kind of like earthy bitterness that is noticeable more so than a lot of these Oktoberfest beers. I think it definitely bumps up the drinkability for me. This is a delicious Oktoberfest. It is. Is it my favorite this year? Nope. Still going to give that to Munsterfest. But I think, to me, again, this drink's more like a hybrid of a fest beer and a Märzen. Like it has more character. Like here's the novice take, and I am probably not even a novice, but here is the amateur take. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've reviewed almost 1,500 beers on my channel. I'm just a craft beer lover like you, if you're watching this. And to me, my takeaway from Märzens to fest beers as personally, I've consuming so many over the years now. I feel like a Märzen is a little bit richer in flavor, a little bit more just flavor in general, but not as drinkable as a fest beer, where a fest beer is drinkable, but doesn't have as much flavor as a Märzen. And again, that might be the ignorant way to look at it, but that's kind of what I've deciphered myself over the years, right? Fest beer they serve at the Oktoberfest celebration in Munich, Germany, and what that's meant to is you meant to drink, tons of it, right? Liters of it. Where I think a Märzen is a little bit more richer, so you can't drink as much. This has the drinkability of a fest beer with the flavors of Märzen. It's like a great marriage between the two. So I enjoy this one a lot. 6%, you can't tell. This is great. Really tasty. Still, that Munster Fest from Three Floyds is my favorite this year, but I'm going to give this just under that, I think, in terms of rating. So Tynes, the 2022 release from Fox Farm, from Fox Farm, Jesus Christ. I'm going to give this a low 4.25. I'm going to go 4.2. I think I gave Munster Fest a 4.25, so this gets right under it. This is great. This is Fox Farm in a nutshell. I've had now pretty much like a dozen beers from them or so. They just fucking brew good beer. If you're in and around Salem, Connecticut, and you can get to the brewery, get there. So price availability on this, pretty much brewery only, but their price points are really nice, which brings me to the price point, and this was $3.75 a can. Now, here's the thing. You might say that's high, and I would agree with you. $15 4-pack for an Oktoberfest at 6%. Yeah, you can probably get local ones for $10, $12 for the same thing, right? But you can buy individual cans at Fox Farm. If you just want to go one weekend to Fox Farm and they have 15 different beers available, just buy a can of everything and try it out. Like, you don't have to buy 4-packs. You can buy 2 cans. And that's the beauty about Fox Farm in a nutshell. They make good beer. You can buy individual cans and or bottles depending on what they're releasing. And I think that's great. A little bit high at $15 4-pack. I'd like to see us in the $12, $13 realm at most. But it is what it is. Fox Farm makes great beer, and this is a 4.2 out of 5. So if you've had Tynes before, whether it's this year's release or prior releases, let me know what you think about it. Post in the comment section. This is just a very well-made Oktoberfest beer, albeit kind of a hybrid for me. Märzen, Fest beer, a little bit of both. And I really dig this. I'm going to drink the rest of it after this review and enjoy every second. So thanks to Steven. I didn't really specify, but Steven was coming to 2022 Beer Trooper Palooza at the end of September. He said, I'm going to the brewery. If you want to place an order, I'll pick it up for you. And he did. I got like 8 or 9 different beers, and he picked them up, and he didn't ask for a damn thing in exchange for that. So Steven's just a great guy. So thanks, Steven, for this beer. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Prost. Oh yeah, 6%. You can't tell because you shouldn't. Prost.